What's up everybody, it's your boy Proftrof. We're back again with another TierZoo video. This is the seal versus the sea lion. Who would win? I'm gonna be honest with you. Are these motherfuckers not the same animal? What the fuck is the difference between a seal and a sea lion? I guess we're gonna find out now. During my short and illustrious life, I thought they were the same creature. So let's check it out.
This episode was sponsored by Skillshare.
So what the fuck is that? Is that a sea lion or is that a seal?
Seals and sea lions. At first glance, you might think they're one and the same. But that's honestly one of the worst assumptions new players can make when trying to create a marine mammal build. Because a lot of really important stats and abilities are specific to one or the other. So allow me to explain the differences so that you can choose the one best suited to your playstyle. But first, a bit of background on the group as a whole. Both seals and sea lions are part of the guild known as Pinniped. Pinniped was founded by a group of high-level bear mains that decided to start investing evolution points into aquatic mobility and survival skills. For mobility, Pinniped spec'd into changing their paws into flippers. This was a huge sacrifice in terms of damage, as they no longer had claws, but it grants them an enormous buff to mobility in the water. The other major investment was into diving abilities, the most important of which is their heavily reinforced respiratory system. Their lungs and trachea are reinforced with extra cartilage and muscle, to ensure that their respiratory system doesn't get damaged from the pressure of deep diving. They're also immune to the effects of oxygen toxicity and decompression sickness. With these changes, Pinniped players were able to bring the terror that is the bear build to a player base totally unfamiliar with the matchup. They were extremely successful and were able to expand
Get fucked, bitch.
player base totally unfamiliar with the matchup. They were extremely successful and were able to expand to servers all throughout the game world. And this is where players started to customize the Pinniped build further, creating a division between the seals and the sea lions. The thing that most often gets pointed out as a difference between them is that sea lions have ears while seals do not. This is actually one of the more minor differences.
Y'all fucking serious?
This is actually one of the more minor differences, but it points to the overall trend that we'll see. The lack of ears ever so slightly boosts mobility in the water by reducing drag. The effect is small, but it's indicative of my main point, which is that seals have put a lot more skill points into aquatic abilities than sea lions have. Sea lions, on the other hand, are much more balanced between terrestrial and aquatic gameplay. Let's start with their land mobility. Although they're of course much more mobile in the water, sea lions do retain the ability to run on land.
So that's the fucking sea lion. Okay.
This is hugely important because it allows them to both evade attacks from the water's edge
that
and
thing's
also
huge.
allows them to chase down targets on the beach too. Their mobility on land ensures that matchups between them and fully terrestrial players aren't horribly one-sided. Seals, on the other hand, have one of the lowest land mobility rankings in the game and are forced to use less than stellar movement options like bouncing,
fat
crawling,
fuck.
and scooting. As a result, they are much more vulnerable to predators while they're on land. In the water, it's a different story though. Seals are excellent swimmers. They focus on efficiency rather than agility, and can travel extremely long distances without stopping to rest. They can dive about 4 times deeper than sea lions, and by extension have much larger territories. They can access sources of XP that sea lions would run out of oxygen or stamina before reaching. Don't get me wrong though, sea lions are some of the best swimmers in the game, and are much more agile than seals. They have a higher attack accuracy in the water because they can make sharper turns. And their more powerful flippers can actually allow them to reach speeds higher than the seal's top speed, although only in short bursts.
Can dive 4,000 feet, movement speed in water 12 miles per hour, can swim longer distance, can't walk on land, can run on land, and has a burst movement speed of 25 miles per hour. Wow. Wait, what? On water? On the land? What the fuck? How?
As for surviving ice damage, seals and sea lions both have different approaches to this as well. Because they're more solitary, seals have thicker blubber, while sea lions opt to keep warm using team strategies.
Huh.
In fact, sea lions use teamwork for a lot of things. whether it be keeping warm, defending new players from raids, or trapping fish. While it is a matter of personal preference which build you think best suits your playstyle, I do believe that sea lions outrank seals on the tier list. Sea lions outcompete seals when their territory overlaps, which is why seals need to spend evolution points increasing.
Where were they in the fucking... Oh! I was looking at S and A tier and it's down in C tier. And sea lions in B tier, I think. Seal? No, that's a sea lion, that's a seal, right? Okay, so sea lion has feet. Seal has a tail.
Eat seals when their territory overlaps, which is why seals need to spend evolution points increasing their effective range. On average, I'd put sea lions in B tier, while seals are in C tier. However, while there isn't much difference among sea lions, seals do have a few specialist classes that I think potentially outrank sea lions. The leopard seal is the only one which can match the sea lion in terms of power. It's one of the only pinnipeds that can survive the cold temperatures of the Antarctica server, and this grants it free reign to terrorize the penguin population there. There's also the elephant seal, a build that's so bulky that the only build that can deal enough damage to bring them down is the great white shark. Both of these, I think, sit far above other seals on the tier list, and likely would place at the top of B tier. However, I don't think seals and sea lions will ever place higher than that, simply because splitting your skill points between surviving on land and being able to traverse the ocean will mean that you'll always come up short compared to builds that only focus on one. Sharks and orcas will always dominate in the water, and the vulnerability that these builds face on land is a serious consideration as well. But I certainly don't blame those ancient bear mains who wanted to try out some strange ability combinations. One of the reasons that it's...
Y'all love how this fucking cunt in the back is just looking, it's like, hey, free fucking show, my guy. Look at this piece of shit. Come on, go help, you cunt.
One of the reasons that it's so easy for them to spec into diving abilities is actually because of an exploit known as the mammalian diving reflex, which allows your character to greatly extend the amount of time they can hold their breath. This is a hidden ability that was a key part of the amphibian build way back during the Devonian expansion. When activated, it slows metabolic rate, allowing the user to dive longer. The devs forgot to patch this ability out of the game when they added the newer factions like birds and mammals. So if you're interested in learning how to activate this ancient ability that you have, there's this awesome YouTuber Mike Boyd, who makes great walkthroughs on how to quickly level up your intelligence stat to learn new high-level skills. He and I collaborated to demonstrate exactly how you can unlock your inner amphibian, so follow me over to his channel to find out how. Oh, by the way, when it comes to learning new skills, Mike and I both agree that Skillshare is an...
Okay. Why would anyone want to be a fucking amphibian? My rule with water is, if it gets up to your neck, you can go in. If it goes above your neck, you don't go in. Okay? It's a rule of life, bro. It's survival of the fittest, smartest. It's fucking survival. Okay, let me know what y'all think. Sea lion or a seal? I mean, sea lion sounds way cooler. It's a sea lion, which has nothing to do with the real lion, but it's a sea lion. Why the fuck did they call it a sea lion? A lion's a fearsome creature, and the sea lion's a cunt that can move a little bit on land. Interesting. Okay, let me know down in the comments what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Everybody have a nice fucking day.